unfortunately, this is a bit of an unstoppable combination here with the double teleportation circle. Warden hits, draw another card, create another citizen, drop 2 more cats. Go ahead. Go ahead, my friend. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's deck is called Bouncy Bant, and the reason we're calling it that is because we're going to be bouncing magic cards like they're basketballs. And how are we going to achieve bouncing magic cards? Well, we're going to be doing it with Teleportation Circle. It's a card that allows us to phase our creatures in and out of the battlefield to not only get their enter the battlefield triggers, but to maybe reset them as if though they had vigilance. There's a lot of cool things you can do with the teleportation circle, and it gives you so much value. In today's list, we run it in Bant because it got so many cool new cards that I just have to give a shot to. So before we dive into it though and break this thing down, as always, if you are new here and you find any value in today's content, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support and grow the channel. I'd really appreciate that. But let's talk about the list, jump into the gameplay footage, and we'll break it down at the end with some final thoughts. Let's do it. So, kicking things off in this deck, we have some really big creatures. So, we're trying to ramp, right? So, a good thing to start with is Prosperous Innkeeper. This card right here is going to generate a treasure for us. Might seem like, okay, cool, a little two drop 1/1 with the treasure. That's a little bit of ramp. But when you're talking about Teleportation Circle, which is the key to the deck, we can continuously bounce this card, generating treasures all day long. We've also got Reckoning Bankbuster because it's a card draw machine. It's a little 2-drop artifact that we can also bounce with the teleportation circle once we run out of 3 counters on this thing, because it does give you a limit of 3 times where you can draw a card by tapping it down for 2 mana. This will be able to get reset at the end and refresh you with a fresh new 3 cards. We've also got Touch of the Spirit Realm because this is a great tool to exile your opponent's creatures, but it also acts as a secondary teleportation circle if you need it to, because it has a channel ability that allows you to phase your creatures out of the game and back in. So this card's pretty sweet as well. We've got a new card that I'm trying out in place of Luminarch. No, not Luminarch. Skyclave Apparition. Sorry, Skyclave Apparition. This is going to basically do the same sort of effect, but this card doesn't have the downside of only hitting certain mana converted cost creatures. You know what I'm saying? This can hit a little bit more wide variety of creatures. It can steal something extremely big, which is nice. But there's also the other downside of it where you can't hit other permanents other than creatures, I believe. So this card, we're trying it out. We're seeing how we like it. And if it can hit some tokens and we can bounce it, even better. We've got a Seek's Chariot. A Seek's Chariot's going to be really good in this deck because it's going to spit out 2/2s, which is going to allow us to gain life with the Innkeeper, but it's also another artifact that we can bounce. Just keep creating more 2/2 cats, which is pretty sweet. And of course, because we're ramping, we needed a secondary ramp card, which Quandrix Cultivator fits that mold pretty well. So we got a couple of these in the deck. And Doomscar, because there are some aggro lists that get a little bit ahead of us. They start out a little bit faster than we do. But this we can talk about later because there's some other options you can run in this deck as well. But these are the 2 win cons here on the top of the deck. Here we got 2 Sanctuary Wardens, which is going to generate us endless value, because when this comes in, it comes in with shield counters, and you can remove counters off of creatures. And if you do that, you get to create a 1/1 citizen and draw a card. This triggers every time it enters the battlefield and attacks. So you're going to get 2 of these every turn, because this comes in with 2 shield counters. You take one off when it comes into the battlefield, it attacks, you take one off again, you get 2 cards, 2 citizens, and then what do you know? Teleportation Circle bounces it back into play. It starts all over again, which is really cool. But here's the real win con, guys. This is Titan of Industry. This thing is a 7/7 reach trample creature that gives you a list of things you can do, and you can choose up to 2 of them. It gives you the list, and there's some good stuff on here. You can destroy artifacts and enchantments, which very helpful right now with things going on the way that they are. We've also can gain 5 life if things are getting a little hairy at the end and you need a little bit of life gain. You can get 5 life, which is a lot. You can create a 4/4 Rhino, and you can also put a shield counter on something. Now, most of the time, you're going to be creating a 4/4 Rhino and putting a shield counter on your Titan. That way, you can keep bouncing it over and over, and it's protected by its shield counter. You're going to notice in some of these games, people try to hit this with the removal, and when they do that, we phase it out with the Spirit Realm, and then we get a fresh new counter, and then they just wasted 2 removal spells on a creature they couldn't even kill. So pretty sick and disgusting combos. But man, this deck is a lot of fun, and it generates some really, really wacky gameplays. I do want to give a quick disclaimer. The videos you're about to see, this is the first time I'm playing the deck ever, which is pretty rare. I make plenty of mistakes as it is. I'm sure that you're going to see plenty of mistakes in today's video. We're learning as we go with this one. It was a lot of fun though, and there's some particular games in here that go extremely crazy, and I'm sure you're going to be yelling at me through the screen. Again, take it easy. We're learning as we go, so enjoy the gameplay footage, guys. We'll see you back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are going to be playing some absolute nonsense today. We are going to be playing a what is it called? Is it the circle? The something circle? It's going to be bouncing. I forget the name of it already. Here we go. Teleportation circle. This card right here is going to be bouncing all of our stuff to just generate us insane amount of value. That's the goal of today's deck, is that we're going to be bouncing things over and over and over repeatedly to get value that is just unbeatable, because we are going to be playing things like Titan of Industry. It's a new card, and hopefully that will then get us shield counters to protect our things, and we should be able to overrun our opponent pretty quickly with things like that. But the teleportation circle is pretty cool. I've seen a lot of combos of this deck going around, so I'm hoping today we get to showcase it a little bit. Very excited about it though. Very, very excited. And we are at the bottom of platinum again. We went all the way up to tier 2, absolutely crushing it lately with the decks we've been making, but last night was up to about 2. Stuck on this deck that I really, really wanted to work so bad, and just unfortunately couldn't get the job done with it, man. And I couldn't let it go. I was just really hounding and sticking to it because I wanted it to work. I believed in it, but ended up losing all of my rank, and had to give up on it because it just was not working out. But we have our edge wall taken from us, which feels a little rough. I do think that we should probably foretell this just in case an elite spellbinder is in our future. I'm gonna play the tap land here. I'm gonna take it really slow here today because I'm gonna slow down just a little bit. I'm rushing a bit. I do want to play a little bit better than usual because I can't afford to not have this video get out to you guys because of bad play. So we're kind of walking a very tight rope here as far as getting videos out every single day to you guys. My schedule doesn't typically allow that type of stuff, so I'm hoping we get a good game in for you guys today. How do we want to go forward here? Do we want to Doomscar this board? It's annoying, right? It's really annoying, but at the same time, it's like it's not that much at the end of the world if we play like a chariot and then keep. Oh no, we gotta Doomscar it. It feels bad, but we gotta Doomscar it. It does feel bad. We're gonna get ahead of them. We really are. We've got too good of a hand not to get ahead of them. We got the Sanctuary Warden coming down next turn, which will allow us to draw cards and then also create these citizen tokens, which can help block. And the Warden itself is a big body, so should have some success here with that. Opponent doesn't play anything but a Luminarch. They've missed land drops. Nice. We get a Titan of Industry. It's a 7-drop. 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be the first time I'm actually ever playing Titan of Industry, so it should be pretty interesting. Now we're kind of learning as we go too. There might be slight adjustments to this deck because I wasn't too sure about the Bank Buster, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. We'll see if the Bank Buster ends up sticking or not in this deck. They take a Seeka's Chariot down, huh? Okay. This should get interesting though, because now we can start bouncing our things, and things like the Warden are going to be really nice to bounce because the on taps gets 2 more shield tokens and it can protect us from any oncoming attacks. So, and we get a Bank Buster too. That's beautiful. All right, things are really flowing here. This deck is actually working out pretty nicely in the first game. Granted, our opponent here is playing mono white and they missed a couple of land drops. But we've got some serious blockage with the 1/1 citizens just spitting out every single turn, drawing cards. This is gonna be very, very tough to beat us at this point. This does have reach as well, by the way. It's a 7/7 reach trampler. They steal my teleportation circle though, which pretty good move. 3/6. Titan is coming out next turn. Hopefully they make the mistake of attacking into me. That'd be great. Well, they highlighted the warden, so they know it's there. So if they still attack, that's really fishy. All right, here we go. Titan of Industry. I was thinking about destroying the portable hole, but that's not gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it, Chief. Another land. Not the greatest thing you want to see. But hey, we're still going in for the 5/5 attack here because even if they want to trade with the Elite Spellbinder, we're totally chilling with that because we have the Titan of Industry, which has 7/7 reach and it has shield counters on it. So, or a shield counter on it. So this trade is absolutely welcome. Mostly because with our opponent having stolen our circle, we can't bounce it anyways. So we lose the extra value out of it. You know what I should have been doing this whole time and I just realized it? I should have been crewing this up, huh? Well, that's an unfortunate circumstance. Unfortunate mishap there. So focused on using it for card draw, I forgot about that. Quandrix Cultivator could be cool, but I don't think we really need it here. I think we just focus on the card draw. Yeah, I'm gonna draw a card with the Bank Buster. So now there's no point in attacking in with it. Would have been pretty cool to attack in with last turn, but I screwed that up. Who knew? Swayze screwed something up. Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding me. All right, Titan of Industry's gone. That's a pretty big hit, unfortunately.
I'm home.
Wandering Emperor is a nutso card. We're still ahead of them though. I mean, look at our board state compared to theirs. As a mono white player, you don't want to be outscaled the way they are right now. Keep drawing cards, man. We have so much card draw in this deck. I actually didn't anticipate this much card draw and value out of this deck, so it's really nice. Apparition comes down. Are they going to take a Seeker's Chariot? Looks like they might. Yep, they do. If I can Doomscar, I mean, that would, I don't know if that would even be a great Doomscar because we're still ahead, but if I do end up Doomscarring, I do get back 2/4/4 tokens. That actually might be a really good Doomscar. Put the 1/1 counter and first strike onto the Apparition. So I could block with everything here. Oh no, they give it another 1/1 counter. That actually prevents me from being able to block with everything. Well played. They definitely did the math there. They're not attacking though. All right, I would have attacked, but it would have got through. That's not good. That's not good. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad. All right, I do it like that. All right, so the Wandering Emperor's dead. Gotta get that off the field straight up. Can't be messing around with that too much longer. Can't be letting them get the +1/1 counters. Yeah, it's gotta go. If they have another one, that would suck, but you know what? They can't play that flash speed this turn, so ultimately it works out. We'll take it. We will take it. We have 4/4 rhinos we can be copying with the Seeker's Chariot, which is nice. I just gotta stop drawing lands though. That is killing me at the moment. All right, I gotta find my exiling effects, man. I have a creature in here, the Lagrella, which I really want to see how that works because The way it reads is kind of confusing, but I'm pretty sure it just works like an apparition with no sort of restrictions on mana value of the creature that it hits. So ultimately, I think it's a better version of it, but it almost reads like it can take more than one creature though. But I'm thinking it's because of the way it reads. It's like more of a commander type card, playing with multiple players, but we'll see. They still don't attack in, man. That's so strange. As a mono white player, I'm shocked that they're not taking advantage of all of this. Got another teleportation circle though. That's huge. That is so huge. All right, another card. Bank Buster. All right, let's just pass the turn here. I think getting more bodies out in front to block with is going to be the key to victory here. Just getting wider than them. Getting a little bit wider. Just looking for a Doomscar, man. A Doomscar and we win this game. It's going to be pretty much game over from there if we do. Kind of a slow game, man. We got into a little bit of a horns locking here, and all right, my turn, and it's a Warden. Let's go. That's huge. That is big time. That might be the game right there. Because the Warden can fly. And we've got all this protection and blockers down low. This should be game. And the teleportation circle bounces the Warden, allowing us to draw infinite amount of cards. All right, enters the field. We take a shield counter off of it. Let's go. Another circle. That's pretty interesting, actually. Why the heck not? Why the heck not, ladies and gentlemen? This is going to get crazy. Shoot. Bank Buster? Sure. Just look at this battlefield, man. What a mess. What a mess. But you know what? I think it favors us. Because, like I said, we have infinite card draw, double teleportation circle. I mean, look what this double teleportation circle actually does. We bounce the Sanctuary Warden, we bounce the Seeker's Chariot. We're getting 2 extra additional cats every single turn. We're drawing a card every turn with the Warden. We're creating a citizen. It's just madness, man. And they try to play a Wandering Emperor to negate a little bit of the problems here, but not going to be able to stop us, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this is a bit of an unstoppable combination here with the double teleportation circle. Warden hits, draw another card, create another citizen, drop 2 more cats. Go ahead. Go ahead, my friend. Oh, Elite Spellbinder. It's going to tax our cards even though we got 75 lands. There it is. There goes our Quandrix Cultivator. I mean, that does give him a blocker in the air, though, which is a bit annoying. I can't lie. We're bound, though, to find our exiling creature. It's inevitable.
I have got new moves to teach you.
It doesn't really matter if it has first strike, though. I still have the shield counter, so... Oh, but if I attack, I can remove the shield counter to draw. I might need that. Come on, Bank Buster. Yikes. You're really not going to give it to me, huh? Alright, well, every time a creature enters the battlefield now, let's gain some life, so... That should put a little bit of a pain in their neck. Nothing we can do here. Bounce you. Bounce you. Now we can draw an additional card. 2 additional cards here on this turn. Another Innkeeper. There we go. That's the card we've been looking for this whole time. That or Doomscar. I mean, at this point, what do we do? Like, the board's disgusting. I just don't know what to do about it. A Doomscar would be nice. I mean, there's probably a lot of you out there too that have maybe have sat back and have been watching this video from afar, and you're like, oh, why aren't you attacking? Why aren't you attacking? I'm not positive if I can attack or not. I don't know if we have the means to and not have them retaliate and kill us back. So I'm just waiting and playing the slow game because we're guaranteed a much better long game than they are. They do not thrive in the long game scenario. So it's all good, man. It's all good. You know what? No blocks. If we top deck the Doomscar, I'm going to need that shield counter. Let him have it. Plus, I'm going to have double Innkeepers here. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Submit 1. Sorry, I should have played the Edgewall the Prosperous Innkeeper first. That was kind of a mistake. All right, what else do we got? Ooh, that's nice. This hits artifacts, creatures. All right, we'll take you. Here's where we start to win the game. Here's where we start to take off with this game. Cultivator. Kill you. And then next turn we just kill him. Next turn we just kill our opponent here. That's gonna be a wrap for sure. We have 7 cats. I'm almost positive we can kill him here on that attack, guys. Just hear me out. I really don't want to do the math. I don't want to do the math. I'm almost, if you had to ask me, would you bet that you have lethal right now? I would bet my house that I have lethal right now, but I'm not going to do the math. I'm not counting all of this up. So let's just get the for sure thing. And you know what? We're memeing along the way. So why not? Let's just meme along the way. We're definitely attacking next turn though. Like we've exiled a few of their things. It's definitely a wrap at this point. All right, what you got here? You're gonna put it on the 7/7 vigilance. You're gonna attack. All right, my turn. All right, let's do. Never mind. I think we get more advanced. Maybe not. Actually, you know what? We're doomscarring the board here, right? If we don't kill him here, we're doomscarring the board. So that's that. Let's go ahead and swing in. Sure. Take that off. We got the Doomscar, so it's all or nothing here. We either kill him, they gain 9, they gain 7. That's actually a lot of life gain. And this is why I didn't want to do the math. There's just so much going on here, guys. Like, let's be honest. This is a little outlandish. How many cards left do we have in our deck, by the way? 21. We got to be careful. This game has been a mess top to bottom, but it's really fun. It's a really fun game. And it's a game that I think a lot of people, like I said, are probably watching right now and going nuts. Just take it easy in the comments. I get it. This has not been, oh my God, he's playing this terribly. I get it. I'm playing it bad right now. And there's a million ways this could have gone. And I did not take the easy route, that's for sure. But I'm playing it at the best of my abilities right now. And we're talking about 7,000 different creatures on the field. So it is what it is. Kind of glad that they got that back. They see the Doomscar, they might as well just scoop here. Nope, instead they just think taxing it will be the answer. We take them down to what? -9, not enough. 7 life total left over. Feels bad, man. Doomscar the field. We get back a 4/4. Quandrix Cultivator. Let's go Innkeeper. Then let's go Cultivator. And then let's draw a card. That'll also create us another little citizen. End turn. We'll bounce you and... Oh, okay, good. I clicked the right one. I thought I fat fingered the other one there. All right, so we got a fresh new Bank Buster. We've got another Innkeeper, another Treasure. Draw another card. And we've got 18 cards left in the deck. I mean, this thing is a value train. I can't believe they didn't quit there after that Doomscar. Thank you. That was it took way too long. One of the longest games of my life, but holy cow, did we get to see some cool stuff in that one. GG. All right, let's pray that this next game doesn't go nearly that long. I like the deck though, man. I'm gonna stick to Bank Buster being in the deck. Once I tune this up, and like when I say tune it up, I mean tuning up my gameplay with it, because that was legitimately the first game I played with this deck. So once I tune up my gameplay with this deck, it should be better. All right, I think this is keepable. Bank Buster early into some exile. Dude, Bant is in such a cool spot right now. There's so many cool things you can do with Bant. It's not even funny. All right, we're both Bank Bustering right now. They're doing it in a Demiurge shell though. Probably Esper, I'm guessing. Probably Esper. Can I hit an artifact with this? Exile a number of target creatures controlled by... Okay, so just creatures. Just creatures. The rest doesn't hit. Love that. Love that. Draw a card here. Might want to cycle away this land later. I was thinking about playing it tapped here just because we don't have any turn 3 play that we wanted to play. So I was going to play it tapped, but we just drew into so many lands there that I'm going to save it and just cycle it out. Check for traps. There goes our Titan of Industry. Yikes. I think. I don't know. Quandrix Cultivator? That is very odd. That is extremely odd right there. Okay. Can this target artifact or creature... Okay, so this actually can phase out our Bank Buster. That's pretty big time. That's pretty big. All right, so they're doing a lot of hand hate stuff, which I don't like, but we do end up drawing a lot of cards with this deck, so... All right, let's draw another card. Another land. I don't want them to be able to crew this up and attack me with it, because that would be kind of lame. Man, what do we do here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. Do we take their Bank Buster? I mean, it already got all its... no. We'll hold up the Spirit Realm for the phase out of the of our own Bank Buster here, and then we'll probably cycle this land if all else fails. If all else fails, we'll be good. Just curious to know what our opponent's trying to do here. They're Dimir control clearly with discard, but what's the end goal? You know what I'm saying? Are they running counter magic? Should I be worried about counter magic? Removal? Should I be worried about removal? It's like, not sure. I was thinking about getting tricky there and phasing this out and then having it come back and then crew it up, but this has menace, so I wouldn't be able to block it anyways, which that would have been pretty cool though, I can't lie. Would have been a pretty beast move. All right, let's do this. I think that's the most high value play I can make as far as like generating long time value. Especially because our opponent, you know, running a bunch of discard stuff. It's like probably the most value we can get. Titan of Industry, come on down. They're pretty much tapped out, so this is going to be a really good hit. I think I want to destroy their Bank Buster because do I care about their Bank Buster? Why do I keep doing that? I don't know. I don't know if I care about their Bank Buster. Let's just stick to the Rhino. The Bank Buster just scares me, man. It really does. Shield counter hits. I'm surprised that the shield counter got off there. Thought maybe... Oh, wait. No, what I'm saying. I knew they were tapped out prior to that or before that play. Forgot about that. Instant speed removal like Infernal Grasp, though, does scare me. But we now have a shield counter, so feeling pretty good about it. And we have a touch of the Spirit Realm, so we can phase it in and out if they want to try to double down on removal. But if they do, they're going to have to do it on this turn while we're tapped down. A lot going on here. I hate recording videos without having tested the decks out first. It's pretty rare that I do that. So I feel like a bumbling fool kind of going through these plays and figuring them out with you guys as we go. 4. Okay, that's huge. I'll take it. I'll take that. Does nothing to the shield counter. Does nothing to our shield counter. That's a desperation meat hook right there. That is a very good sign for us. This card's artwork is so sick, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Absolutely love the artwork on this card. Nice. They're gonna they're gonna get after the Titan of Industry shield counter. So we're gonna kind of play dumb here, and we're gonna act like we're exposed with the Titan, but then we're gonna obviously cycle it out. We could do it now, but I'd rather them try to burn another kill spell here. Come on, burn another Infernal Grasp. That would be great. That works. That works, my friend. And this can't be countered because it's a channel effect, but they could Infernal Grasp this still. Looks like they've got it. Gosh darn it. And see, that's why it was probably smarter to play it on my turn when they were tapped out. But I really wanted to get greedy here and have them force out another card out of their hand and get more value. But hey, it worked out. They didn't have another one, so the plan worked. The plan worked, everybody. All right, we'll cycle out our land here. Nice, we get an Innkeeper. That's life gain, but we don't really need the life gain, really, but it's nice to have. It's nice to have. Opponents clearly doesn't have any answers right now to what we're doing. Negate. Okay, that's fair. We haven't even found a single teleportation circle yet, which is wild. Would love to find a teleportation circle. All right, so meat hook does what now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they hit a land here, they can meat hook for 7, which would be a little tragic, I can't lie. But I'd still kill them if they did that because they'd gain 3 life off of that, right? 3, 4, 5. Oh, I wouldn't kill them. No, I wouldn't. Wow, they fell short by 1 land. They had the meat hook, but they didn't have the land. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Good game. But yeah, I was gonna say we could have played the wait, is this 2 power or 3 power? I gotta double check my head here. It's 2 power. Okay, so it wouldn't have been able to crew. I was thinking maybe we play this and crew it up and attack for 4 after they meat hooked, but that wouldn't have worked either because we didn't have the crew mechanic. But then we drew into the Sanctuary Warden, so we would have had it, but GG. Very, very solid second game. Again, sorry I'm bubbling around all this gameplay, man. I, again, just have not had the opportunity to test this deck out. I just wanted to give it a shot today and see how it went because we kind of had to take a hard left and veer left out of the first deck that I tried to build, which we just spoke of, how I was up all night trying to make it. It was such a cool deck too. I wanted it to work so bad. It was too janky. It just couldn't win against the top tier stuff we were seeing. It was just a little too janky. Got ourselves Rakdos, which means we're probably gonna see Nixilis at some point in this game. I hope not, but almost guarantee that we will. This thing right here is interesting. It charge counters whenever what? Enters. Okay, so whenever another artifact enters the battlefield, put a charge counter, and then you sacrifice them and deals damage equal to the charge counters to a creature. All right, cool. Can it go face actually? Can this thing go face? Target player or creature. Okay. All right, good to know. Artifacts should be pretty interesting to play against here. I don't know how we're gonna fare against that, but we'll see. All right, Voltage Surge. Drawing cards here I think is important. I think I need to find some good stuff here. Okay, nice. The Seeker's Chariot's not terrible. I think going for the beatdown play might not be a bad idea. Let's go shift gears here to a more aggressive route. I really, really hate Rakdos artifacts so much. The Anvil, probably my least favorite card in all of Magic right now. That's not bad. It's not a bad hit. We are kind of committing to this pretty heavy here, but I like our chances. You know what? I'm gonna take a little more time next time with that card when I play it, because the whole submitting one, maybe I can submit two. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I'm just speaking out loud here. All right, so they're gonna go blood token here, hopefully. Surge got me. All right, you got me. I'm still attacking you with my 2/2 though. What are you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that? I mean, we're hitting all of our land drops today with this deck, that's for sure. We got, I think, 26 lands in this deck, so we better be hitting them. This deck feels clean though. Feels very consistent. It feels very clean. I'm really enjoying it. All right, come on. Give me something good here off the top. We're done with the lands. Ugh, come on. Come on. We don't need that. All right. That's a little crazy. I can't lie. That's a little crazy. All right. We're still sitting at 20 life total against a Rakdos deck on like turn 5 or 6, which is phenomenal feat. So we'll take it. And we've got creatures on the board to smash them with. So I'm loving this right now. These, though, obviously are annoying. Being able to blow up all of my stuff. That's the third surge they had right there, right? Jeez. Why does it seem like when there's a card that, you know, fares really well against your deck, they almost always have multiples in their hand? Pretty annoying. You know what else is annoying? We're getting flooded, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate this kind of a flood. Unreal. Unreal. That's got to be like 9 in a row, it feels like. Whoops. Yeah, keep the pressure on, man. We have the Innkeeper to gain life. They might choose to -1/1 on it this turn, or they might choose to kill the cat that they just blocked. Probably the cat, I would assume. But I think the Innkeeper is a little more important because it's gaining us life, which over time is going to be more value. Here comes all of the sacrificing stuff. They get a samurai too, am I right? Oh, they get to draw a card. That's annoying. It looks like they're loading up on these artifacts up top here though to go straight to my face for lethal at some point in this game. So that's kind of scary, I can't lie. That's really scary. All right, we're probably gonna die to those. Not gonna lie, because we've drawn nothing but lands, and now we get a cultivator, which is more lands. Suppose it thins out the deck a little bit though. All right, we're still at 20 life total. They can't kill us yet with these, but man, they are getting close, that's for sure. All right, they chump block. Could really use a teleportation circle at some point, and then I could start bouncing my bank buster. My bank buster, and then I could draw some more cards. There's a lot of things I could draw here, though. That would be nice. I mean, a Titan of Industry would be bonkers. A Warden could be cool. So many good things I could draw. All right, the good news is I don't mind discarding both of these cards in my hand, so come on down, Ob. Do your thing.
After 1,000 years, finally.
Do your thing, Ob.
Conquest.
Well, if we lose this game, I mean, I have the built-in excuse that we got absolutely flooded out of our minds. Flooded out of our minds.
Pleasure doing business with you.
It's something. It's a little slow, but it's something. All right. Obviously, we could have probably tried to figure out a way to attack the Obnixilis, but I'm trying to really protect my life total here. Oh, my goodness. That is just silly, right? You guys got to see how silly this is, right? Another circle. Another one. All right, well, I mean, if we can get a Warden, like I said, that could be cool too. Or a Titan, because we can bounce. We can bounce the heck out of our creatures and maybe get more life gain with the Innkeeper. Cannot give up the circle here. I'm so scared of these things, man. If I could just figure out a way to deal with them, but I don't have a way to deal with them. I'm pretty positive this deck. I didn't put anything in here. Oh, you know what? There are actually ways to deal with those. We have Touch of the Spirit Realm. That would be great if I could top deck some of that. All right. Oh, they can spread the damage out however they want. Oh, that's to 2 targets? Wow. That's crazy. All right, and that's gonna be the game. I mean, I can't pay to find a card that's actually useful in here. A Titan of Industry or a Warden would have been very, very helpful, but I cannot find either one of those 5. So gonna have to good game and pass it on over. That's unfortunate. I mean, 2 out of 3 though, not bad, and the games we had were wild, so I'm pretty happy with this deck. Honestly, I think it's pretty darn good. But yeah, let's break this thing down, man. That is going to conclude today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was so much fun to play this deck. As you guys saw, the value on this thing is limitless, essentially. But before I break it down and we talk a little bit further about the deck, I just want to say huge shout out to everyone who stayed this far into the video. I just want to say thank you so much for the support, because when you stay this long, YouTube loves that sort of thing. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's jump into the deck a little bit. So with this deck, it had some flooding issues, which was pretty wild. I mean, it wasn't wild. Obviously, we're running 26 lands. So flooding is going to be more natural than it would be to, you know, get mana screwed. But it's weird though, because I ran a deck with 26 lands in it, another BANT list, and it was more of a planeswalker deck that I couldn't get to work. And we were running 26 lands and we got mana screwed every time. So I will never understand the Magic Arena's shuffling system. But in this particular deck, we did get flooded out a little bit here. And maybe there's an argument to be said, because we do run ramp spells like Innkeeper and the Cultivator. There's really no need for 26 lands. You might even be able to get away with maybe 24, just the normal standard 24 that it recommends. I can definitely see that being a possibility, because you know, you get your 3 lands down, or your 4th land drop, you get the Cultivator in, and then you'll never have mana problems again. So that's kind of nice. You can even get Cultivator in on 3 because of the Innkeeper. So you can almost always get your lands with no issues with this deck, which is pretty solid. But yeah, that was the biggest concern I had with the deck. The other thing that I would say can change with the deck potentially, because we do ramp and we always have so much mana to work with, is Doomscar can probably get changed out for another sweeper that might be even better. You might even be looking at something like, you know, what's the card? Oh, geez, man. I always blank out on these cards. What am I talking about here? Farewell. I try to talk through it while I'm thinking about it. Farewell is obviously a much better sweeper, and it has a lot more versatility because you can hit graveyards and stuff like that. Might be able to put it in place of Doomscar. Obviously, it costs a lot more, but it's worth it when you're talking about ramping up with certain cards. You probably can even take away sweepers altogether in this deck, because there's so much life gain, and it's going to be extremely rare that you can't outscale your opponent. So I mean, altogether, Doomscars might be able to get removed, and you might even be able to put in some spot removal, or even some more exiling effects like Skyclave Apparition. Why am I typing things wrong? Skyclave Apparition, where are you? There you are. Skyclave Apparition, if you guys aren't familiar with this card, it's a 2/2. It comes down. It has a similar effect to Lagrella. And you could run a couple of these in place of Doomscar. You can get a little bit more value, because you can bounce these and you can keep giving them back illusion tokens, but they lose the value of whatever creature you are stealing, which is kind of nice. Which with Lagrella, it was kind of cool. If it hits tokens, it's great, but if you bounce it, you're losing out a little bit, because you're giving your opponent their creature back, which is kind of annoying. But there are just a few things you could do. You can run some Fateful, is it Fateful Absence? Fateful Absence is another card that you can probably put in place of Doomscar, just for a little bit of spot removal for the more problematic type cards, because like I said, you could probably outscale them with this deck anyways. But cards that I'm a really big fan of are the Titan of Industry, man. This card, and obviously the Warden performed extremely well. We already played the Warden in our Angel deck, and I know how powerful it can be, but mixed with the Circle, it's crazy. But Titan of Industry is a card that I definitely want to explore more of. I feel like this card can be put in some sort of reanimator type decks. So I'm really jacked about this card, and I cannot wait to try it in future builds. But ultimately, the deck was very good. I do have to say that I did see a similar build a couple of different times, which is what gave me the inspiration. I saw people using Teleportation Circle like on their cultivators and stuff like that. So I decided, well, let's see what BANT has to offer as far as cards to bounce. And man, it has some really good things and some really good tools. And Titan of Industry is by far the best thing to be bouncing over and over again, man. It's wild how powerful this card can be with a Teleportation Circle. But ultimately, good deck. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. We're gonna wrap it up there with that was our final thoughts. So if you guys have any ideas on how to make this deck better, I'm sure you do, just leave it in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts about the deck. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I don't even know which day this video is coming out on, to be honest. We played this deck way before it's coming out. So if it is Wednesday though, we will be live on YouTube tonight, so be sure to come check us out. And lastly, as always, before I head out of here, huge shout out to the Marty Mob. Thank you guys so much for being part of my Marty Mob, man. I really do appreciate all of the support you guys give me each and every day. It means the absolute world to me, and you guys absolutely are the engine to this channel, and you keep me running. So thank you so much. I do appreciate all of your support. And if you guys want to learn how to support the channel through a membership program called the Marty Mob, you can hit that join button down below, or there's a link in the description. But that'll do it, guys. I'm out of here. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.